Okay, we're starting day 3 today. Gonna try and finish off Holyhead. Bit of a later start today, just getting some stuff ready, topping up the water, had a shower and all that kind of stuff. Fresh clothes on, so feeling good. Face is looking pretty red after yesterday. Very hot yesterday, and my neck's a bit sunburnt. I can definitely feel it on my neck. But today is overcast, so should be a cooler day. Good to get some miles in. My legs are a little bit achy today, but I'm sure they'll walk in. Feet are still great, so yeah, plenty of life in my feet still. Let's keep going. We're in every town. So there's the RAF base I was at yesterday, and I was literally walking along there. You can see it's just a short bit of water to cross over to where we are now. To get here, I had to walk all the way around. So it's a little bit choppier than it was yesterday. The wind's got up and it's a bit wavy out there. Today's the worst weather for the whole week, really. It's supposed to be sunny for the rest, but I don't mind it today. It's nice and cool. You can get some nice miles in. There is a bit of rain later on, but we'll just have to deal with that when it happens. But apart from that, should be able to get some good miles in. Give my face a bit of a rest from the sun as well. So I'm going to say this is the first proper hill that I've come across on Anglesey. You can barely call it a hill either, but it's a slight incline. First proper high point, so let's go have a look at it. Wow, this is very cool.
It's a different panoramic when you're in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than outside, like yeah.
I did the Sky Trail a while back,
Did you?
And they had a little lookout boffy.
Oh yeah.
It used to be a lookout post, but now it's a boffy at the top of River Hunish.
Okay.
And it reminds me of that. But
oh, right, yeah.
this has arguably got a better view, to be fair.
Yeah.
Looking over the lighthouse.
Yeah, it's different when.
This section is absolutely beautiful. All the cliffs, the waves crashing today actually adds to the atmosphere. Temperature's nice for walking in as well. The wind's keeping me nice and cool. I just feel good today. Yeah, face is so red though. Wow. Just stacked it a little bit in a rabbit hole. Pretty lucky not to have twisted my ankle. Scuffed my knee a bit, but that's about it. But yeah, rabbits are out to get me, man. The rabbits are out to get me. So I was really hoping to get food in that town, but they don't start serving until 12, and it's like 11 now, so I can't really wait around an hour. But it is a good few miles before I hit another town. I think the next town is Holyhead, in probably like 10-12 miles, so yeah, quite a bit of a trek. But I will treat myself to something nice tonight in Holyhead, I think. We'll just have to have some noodles when I get to a nice spot out of the wind. You're beautiful. Great tall boy, aren't you? Tall boy. I think. So I'm really enjoying this side of the island. It's really scenic, beautiful cliffs, and we're heading towards South Stacks Lighthouse as well, so the scenery is just going to get even more and more beautiful. Even got Holyhead mountain in the distance. Not really a mountain, but it's a pretty impressive mound on the landscape. Definitely the highest thing around here anyway. I don't think the trail goes over it. Don't think I fancy going up it today. But we'll see. We'll see. I think I've got too much miles to do today, but we will come back to Holyhead for sure. So I feel like I haven't spoken much today. It's been really windy, so I'm betting the audio's been terrible today, but I hope you've enjoyed the views. I've had a really good day. It's been an awesome little section. I mean, look at the views. It's been nice. Not too far from Holyhead now, so we're gonna get some food in Holyhead and then finish up the island, find a decent camp spot, hopefully before dark, and chill out for the night, and then begin again tomorrow, eh? Quite fitting that it's took us to Holyhead just as the weather got grim. Read into that what you will. Yeah, cop for the rain, last couple of miles. But yeah, get out of Holyhead, get over the bridge, find a campsite, and then tomorrow. Weather's great tomorrow. Might as well scout ahead, eh? Okay, I've done the big camping no-no. I've walked too far and I've walked into a place which isn't great for camping. This is a river that's tidal or something like that. You can tell because there's loads of seaweed in the grass, so I'm not going to camp there. And the rest of it is farmland, so I can't camp there either. So I think I've got like an hour and a half before the sun goes down, and I'm just going to keep walking until I find just a nice flat bit of grass and then just go for it. It's been raining for the last 3 hours, by the way, so I'm pretty soaked as well. The grass is wet, my shoes are wet, so tomorrow's going to be a nicer day, and hopefully it'll dry out all my clothes. Managed to make camp. It is on farmland and I can hear the farm, like it's just a couple of fields over, but it's the best pitch I could find, and it was getting a bit desperate. It was raining, the wind, and it was getting dark as well, so this is the best that I could find, and I'm just hoping that I'm up and away before they get up in the morning, and I hope that they just don't bother walking around the field with their dog or something tonight. But it's a pretty good camp. I've got a nice view over Holyhead. I think I've done around, I don't even know, it must be like 28 miles today, maybe more. I just kept trudging and trudging on, trying to find a campsite, and it's so hard to find a place to camp on Anglesey. I think the next couple of days are going to be pretty interesting, but we'll wake up tomorrow, we keep trudging on, and I'm hoping the top end is a lot like Holyhead was, because that was stunning today, absolutely stunning. Anyway, I'm going to get some shut eye and get up early. Catch you in the morning. Okay, so damage report. Managed to get away with the night. It was pretty noisy last night though. The ferries across the way, you could hear them unloading stuff. I don't know if it's shipping containers or the cars coming on and off, but it was clattering noises till about 12 o'clock last night. And when you're hunkering down in a field, you're paranoid it's the farmers coming in some sort of vehicle. So yeah, that was a bit freaky, but I managed to nod off, got a decent night's sleep. It's about 6:15 now, so up nice and early. Damage report, feet are okay after yesterday. Don't know whether they will be after today. Shoes are pretty wet, so I've just put some old socks on to soak up some of the moisture. Hopefully it's going to be nice and dry today, and they'll dry off throughout the day. But yeah, let's get on the trail, carry on walking, and probably stopping a bit for a bit of food when I've got a nice view, and yeah, get fueled up for the day. As you can see, it rained last night and the grass is still wet, so that means my shoes they were drying and now they're wet again. Very remote around here. Reminds me of that section between Trefor and Neffin. Lovely coastal views, lovely cliffs. Very remote though, not a lot of houses at all. I am starting to run out of water, so I'm hoping to come across somewhere I can fill up soon, because if it's going where I think it's going to get even more remote, and the next town is probably about 4 or 5 hours away, and I will definitely be getting a lot of drinks and eats there. Hello trail friend. Hello trail friend. You're nice. How's that for a wild camping spot? Not this time, but I'm coming back. I'm going to the lobster pot. I'm having a big lobster, spending all day on that beach, and I'm coming up here and wild camping. What a place. Wow. The sea this side of the island is absolutely gorgeously blue. I feel like I could be anywhere in the world right now. It's so beautiful. Wow. Really nice. Really nice. So this section is very undulating, it's absolutely beautiful, but it's very up and down all the way, and quite narrow paths up that cliff. So if you're doing this, be very careful, and especially be very careful when it's wet. I can imagine you losing your footing and ending up in the big drink down there. So it's not for the faint-hearted actually, this bit. It's quite exciting. Once we get to the top of this hill, I think we turn right-ish and then head down the back coast, and then hopefully we'll be heading towards that town. I have definitely earned a break. That was quite a tough section, very up and down, in and out of all the little coves. Next section looks very similar, so gonna have a decent break here, a good 2 hours, get some food, maybe go for a swim, cool off, get out of the sun for a bit, to be honest, and then crack on for another, I don't know, 2-3 hours, get another 5 miles in, something like that. And then yeah, if all the headlands are like what I've been walking over recently, it'll be in a nice place for a wild camp, a nice early wild camp, especially if there's a little cove at the bottom where I can just cool off and swim all afternoon. That'd be lovely. So I grabbed a good feed, a couple of beers, and I got to admit, I really don't want to set off again. I could have stayed there all day. Probably could have actually. I've worked so many miles in as a buffer. Probably could have stayed a little longer, but I'm going to carry on down the coast, hopefully find a nice bay, Set up camp fairly early today and enjoy the weather. It's nice here, but it's a little bit busy for me. So if I can find my own little private cove, that would be nice. Oh, I'm feeling that last 7 hours of sunshine. Struggling. Drink. Probably the 2 beers in the book didn't help, but crack on. So I think this gives you a good idea of what this section is like. Up to there, down to that cove, up to there, probably down, up. It just keeps going on like that. Stunningly beautiful, but just an idea of what it's like actually. It's not like a walk in the park, this. I think that burger's kicked in now, so I'm feeling pretty good. Bit of electrolytes in me as well, which is nice. So yeah, we'll keep cracking on, see where we get to. Not going to push too hard today though, I don't need to. So just get somewhere nice with a nice viewpoint, maybe somewhere for a swim. It's for YouTube, you'd be a star. So I've made camp right on the headland, right before the next village. It's a nice flat spot with beautiful views out to sea as well. I was going to press onto the village, but I think I was going to be struggling to find somewhere to camp. So figured stop a little bit earlier and looking at the itinerary. I only really have about 32 miles to do over the next 2 days, so it should be pretty easy going. I hope I've worked that out right though. I might not have worked that out right. I'll double check later. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy some mince and mash. And I got myself a nice Barry Island IPA as well. Gonna try and watch the sunset if the sunset happens, and then get quite an early night and enjoy myself tomorrow on a nice easy day.